Hello and welcome to episode 6 of our Ostriv Alpha 5 Let's Play. It is September of 1730 in our town. 130 residents. And last episode we finally got our alcohol production up and running. Very, very, very slowly. Thanks to, well, this whole mess right here with all of our lime production. But everything seems to be in order now. And we also have our third row house up here. It's just about time for us to build another one, which we'll probably do this episode. But there's another couple things that we need to get to as well, which we will end up probably expanding a little bit more of our production, possibly putting in a dairy to supply with some milk and butter and all that other good stuff, and expanding our trade production a little bit for other things that we can export to our different trading partners. And, you know, maybe we'll see what else we can get done over here. Maybe expand down into this area a little bit more as they're over here gathering all of this limestone. Because we've already burned through almost a third of the limestone on the map, so we're going to need to be sure that we either use it wisely or just start importing a bunch, which is going to, of course, require us to produce other things that we can sell for money. Because that's, well, it's just how things work. You want to buy stuff, you gotta sell stuff. So, in that vein, let's go around and take a look at our different resources, starting with some of these animals. Cowshed is full. We don't have anyone currently employed in the slaughterhouse, but it is stocked with salt. So we could, if we take a look here, we are in harvest season, so hiring right now probably isn't the smartest idea. But we do have, once that's over, probably at least one guy we can have come work here in the slaughterhouse and take care of some of these cows. Unfortunately, the farming stuff seems to be more or less done. I love these little floating buckets of hemp here. That's kind of funny. But the farm seems to be in pretty good shape. We're still not completely full. But we have a nice variety of stuff here. And this linseed is going to go help feed our chickens, which is always nice to see, since we can't do anything else with it. At least I don't think so at this exact moment in time. We also probably want to start making the sunflower oil if we have the spare labor to do it. But that will be something that we take a look at a bit later on. Right now, let's examine our supplies and see, do we have enough to build another row house? I do think there's two that haven't been moved into yet, so that's probably working in our favor. These do start to kind of look the same after a while, so I do appreciate that they have some variety to the design here. All right, let's put another one of these with the store in the bottom in, because we're going to have to well, sell more stuff. So let's see, what else can I get away with? So there's not really that much actual change we can make to this. I can actually make it too short. What a concept, huh? I actually would not have thought it was possible to have a building like this be too long or too short, but well, I guess that makes sense. A little bit of flickering going on in the skybox there. That's actually interesting. But if we stick this guy here, then we'll have another, I believe, 8 slots for selling things, which means that when we eventually start having more houses in this general area, then we won't have to worry about them being quite so far away from all of these market stalls. And in fact, depending on how we have this set up, we might be able to just get rid of this altogether and replace with another granary or two. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get that thing started. They're going to take their sweet time, I'm sure, to get everything else in there. We have 18,800 bricks. Okay, so that's good to see. The linchpin seems to be the lime, which requires 1,090. And we only have 500 here, but that is also what the production limit is. So I think once it starts getting hauled away, then we'll see them very quickly take to task. Plus we have almost 7,000 left in the lime kiln. So that should be okay. and it is very important for us to have additional bodies to do work, so this is a logical first thing for us to be building today. That being said, let's check in on our alcohol production because we haven't really taken too hard of a look at it yet. We have 1,000 beer, 200 drinking water. You know, I guess it makes sense that a brewery would have drinking water stored, but I was under the impression, yeah, okay, so that's actually different from regular water. I did not know. Maybe they have to purify it or something. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Because the distillery just has regular water. But the process of distillation does involve boiling, so maybe that's the difference? I don't know. I don't really know too much about actually making alcohol in real life. But I do know that is something that's involved, at least for distilling. I'm assuming beer works kind of the same way. I had a roommate in college who was actually really into home brewing. I got to see a little bit of that process. It's actually really fascinating, if you're not familiar with it. But it's definitely beyond my understanding of how stuff works. So we'll come back and check on this at some other point in time. And for right now, let's see. Okay, the open vacancies are going down now that the farming stuff is more or less done. Which tells me that we could be planting a whole lot more. We seem to be doing okay on food supply though, so I'm not currently too pressed about it. Our orchards are doing well. Most of that food is going into storage or to be sold. Do we have any, yeah, we need to sell these apples. We should probably be selling... See, I just don't even know if anyone even buys those. I guess I just need to check next time a trader comes by. And first of all, are they even buying here? Let's check our store. We're actually not purchasing apricots. We have apples there. We have apples here. Yeah, so that's actually... We're doing a disservice to the other 2/3 of our crops here. Let's see, what are we doing with ourselves? We need to have another couple of these guys right here. I guess probably would behoove us to put down here near these orchards at least one or two of these that our people can come in and sell to. I don't know, I gotta find a good spot for it because it's kind of a shame to grow all this stuff and not even be able to sell it. I wasn't even keeping track of that. We're growing hay here. I can't really put anything else over there at this exact moment. So if I were to do maybe right around here-ish, just back that up right there. And then maybe on the other side put something else that might be useful. I don't think we really need a market stall, but some carts might actually be a smart thing to put in. Now, if I can find something that's not just uneven terrain everywhere, that would be better. But I don't know that we're gonna... Well, it doesn't seem like we will, which is too bad. Oh, I can put one right here. Alright, that'll have to work. We will need the carts elsewhere, which is fine. Alright, so have they gathered anything? No, not really. But we are still on 1 times speed, and we normally play a lot faster than that, so that's fine. So since we're on the topic of these row houses, I did want to let you guys know about a comment that a viewer left on yesterday's video. Viewer Lincoln Gardens left a comment on yesterday's video advising me of an actual real place in Kiev called Andriyivskyy Descent, which is kind of a similar collection of row houses and different things built in like terraces and stuff. It's actually cool. You can look it up online and see some pictures. I might put a couple on the screen if I can find some that are Creative Commons licensed. If not, then, well, sorry, you're going to have to go look up for yourself. But it's really cool to see actual historical reference used in things to make this game. It's just another example of the passion and just the excellence that goes into this. So thanks again, Lincoln Gardens, for bringing that up. That was actually really cool to go and see examples of all this stuff. And if you have any other information, I'd be very interested to know, or anyone else who knows any applicable history of different things we see in Ostriv. It's always fun to learn new stuff. And I think the people that watch these videos, well, most of them at least, might be interested. So please always feel free, whoever you are, whether you're this person or not, to share in the comments, because I like learning, and I imagine you do too. So it's always fun to look at that stuff. That being said, let's come back over here and take a look again at our cow shed. Yeah, we have 21 cows. We have a lot of bulls that we don't really need to keep them around because they don't make any milk. So these could be the first to slaughter. Where is... I actually don't have any protected ones. So we're going to kill the oldest 4. I think we'll start with 4. Because now we have a much more manageable amount of open vacancies. I'm going to hire a guy to work in the slaughterhouse. And we'll put on our turbo speed, see if we can get somebody in here. Maybe, maybe not. There he goes. So they're going to start the process of slaughtering cows, and then we can actually go in and, well, sell the beef. And we can use the hides to make leather and all that fun stuff. And like I said, last episode, I believe I mentioned, there is now a requirement for salt to preserve the cow hides, which I think is ultimately a good thing to increase the realism, if you will. And they actually expire too, which is interesting. The other ones in the previous update did not, so you could just stockpile tens of thousands of them. I'm pretty sure I had, I don't even want to know, 30, 40, 50,000 of these things stacked up in warehouses all over my Alpha 4.7 Let's Play. Anyway, we have 200 beef, and the clock is now ticking on that. So, I don't have any more slots up here in the market. There's so many different items now. It's going to be a while before this is built, so let's go ahead and just plop down another market stall. This is going to be temporary. We are going to get rid of it. I just have to make sure that we don't waste too much going on here. All right, and then we'll just apply all of these here. Again, as soon as this is built, I'm going to get rid of this and make sure they can, you know, actually sell stuff where they're supposed to be selling stuff. Just put one right next to here. Is there anything else? Beer. That's right, we can sell beer. What a world. Okay. We'll hire somebody here. Yeah, there you go. So that's a lot more stuff we can be purchasing now. Or they could be purchasing. I just love to see us finally making use of stuff. So now the distillery is actually distilling the mash. That was well, mashing until October. And what do we get? Another day older and deeper in debt. We have... I thought it was going to be faster than that. So, comedic timing, not my forte. So we'll come back and check on that later. Now we should be, yeah, continuously replenishing our lime, which is good. Come back up here. They're starting construction. Looking good here. I think we're going to be on pace to have this completed. No, probably not before the first snow, but maybe before 1731. Would sure be nice. All right, there we go. We have 500 heroic right here, which means we now have everything we need to open a tavern. We just have to decide where we're going to put it. And as another commenter wrote on yesterday's video, it could have been a prior one. I don't know. I just read all the comments at once. I have like a little feed that pops up in the Creator's Studio, I think is what YouTube calls it. But they suggested that taverns and churches should not go near each other, which, you know, yeah, probably a smart idea to keep those separated a little bit. But often the churches in these towns would be the centerpiece of the town, and that things like cemeteries, grave sites, and everything would actually be on the outskirts. So I think we might want to go for something like that, and maybe somewhere right around here, put the stone church, which we could actually build right now if we wanted to, but I don't want to use 33,000 wood at this exact moment building a church. But we might end up putting that right around here. and seeing if there's another spot kind of far up we could make a cemetery, or just kind of dot little patches kind of like this around near something, or put like some benches or a chapel like we did here, a gazebo. Just kind of fling those around to the corners of the map. I see some sort of a realism, well, a little better than the last playthrough where I had, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 just lined up in a row next to the church. But all that being said, that does mean we're going to need to think a little more carefully about how we plan all of this with regard to future-proofing, I guess. And we need to find some place for the tavern. Could we put it right next to the church? Yeah, should we? It doesn't really matter. It's a game, but if we're going to try to create something at least kind of believable, then we're probably going to want to put it closer over here, maybe. Because I think what's going to end up happening here is these are going to kind of build toward here, and then this will end up being maybe another farm, whatever. But this general area might be a good spot for it, because that would be near enough for some people to get to, but not be smack dab in the middle of town. I was kind of hoping that these row houses could have like the whole bottom floor turn into a thing like that. Like we have the store here, but the store is not a tavern. It's just a, well, replacement for a couple market stalls, which is cool. But it would be really neat to have that kind of a like low-level retail that isn't just come buy some food. At any rate, I think it is about time to go ahead and build a tavern. And that is a requirement, I believe, to grow the town above 400. Which, of course, we're nowhere near at this exact moment, but it is coming eventually. So, why don't we go ahead and just stick this. I think I'll put the door going out that way. And we'll I'll get it off the grid just for those of you who are like, oh, he's building on the grid again. No, I'm not. I told you we're going to get better at that. So let's put that right there. I'm going to give them a little fence all the way around the outside. Trailer Park Boys, or whatever that song goes. Around the outside. There we go. Leave a little bit of space back here. Give them a little bit of a backyard, kind of. And then come right around here, just like so. And then the front door, of course, will be here, and then this little side yard, backyard. So what I think we're going to want to do, we did this last time, put in a warehouse kind of in the backyard. I didn't really give them very much space, did I? But we had a warehouse in the backyard where we would store extra alcohol and stuff. So why don't we just do that also? I think that's going to be pretty close on these two buildings. So we'll maybe have to think about moving some of that eventually, but we could store some alcohol here, be right next to the tavern, so those guys have access to that, even though I think they do have to buy it from a shop. I'm actually not entirely sure how that's all supposed to work, but for the sake of injecting some sort of sense of quote-unquote realism, then we'll see. If that doesn't work, then we'll tear it down. It's not that big of a deal. We'll try something else, but I did want to try and see if we could do that. Now look at the progress over here. This is really coming along. Should be done shortly here. And then we'll have other items we can sell. We can get rid of these market stalls and be on our way to doing other stuff. Now I can't promise I'm not going to build another row house this episode, but I did want to get that out of the way early because it's going to get us some more people, which we're going to need to build all the rest of this fun stuff. And we should probably also build a barber surgery as well, which I'm not entirely sure where that's going to go, but we'll get there when we get there. I just love watching this stuff go up. It is so much fun. All right, so that's all good to go. The store, I'm going to go ahead and can't do that because I have to empty it. Alrighty, we'll empty it. Empty. Alright, that's empty. That's gone. That is in the process of emptying. And gone, which means we'll now come back here and stock all of this stuff. Honey, beer, and Hrelka here. And then I thought there were a couple other things that we could have started selling, but maybe I was wrong. It'll become available as we get in there, of course. Okay, let's see. Do all that to go to the other store. It's already hiring. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, they're not trying to buy any of our fruits, are they? They sure aren't. How are we doing on... Oh, we don't have a lot of iron, but we're not going to buy any. We're going to build an iron mine. Assuming we actually have enough nails and iron to do that. So let's check our stuff here. Where is the iron mine? We just blind? I must be. It was in here somewhere. Here's the... Oh, there it is. 186 nails. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We should have... Oh, yeah, we have men looking for a job. Red alert. Red alert. All right, let's come over here. Oh, yeah, we're going to put this bad boy right as close as it can go. Okay, smaller granary. We can go ahead and buy from locals and then from production. All right, that'll store that up there. We'll copy this and paste as we always do. Oh, we have white lines again. Very good. My favorite Ostriv glitch. At any rate, iron ore deposit is getting the iron ore mine. We still haven't figured out where I can build the, what do you call it? The thing that blocks the water. What is that? Smeltery. There we go. So one of the next things we're going to build is going to be a trading dock that, again, cannot go on this side. It's going to have to go on this side of the river, which we will put, well, right there. And we'll see where those ships come from, and then all we have to do is build the smeltery downstream of that, because the ships can't pass it. Fishing boats don't really care, because they can go pretty much anywhere else, but the trade boats absolutely will not work if you have that in the way. All right, so let's order some carts here. We're making beer here, and we don't have mead. Can I still buy mead? Or is that one of those things that's not it's not in the game anymore? I'm actually kind of curious. It's not going to show me the ones that I don't have, is it? Maybe they just changed mead to beer. I'm actually not sure. Well, regardless, we have stuff, so that's fine. No textile for clothes production. Oh, we don't have a weaver's workshop. That's right, because I just bought textile, so we need to come over here into our little not a grid trademark and put in a weaver's workshop in the vicinity. I think I'm going to leave a little road here. Oh, it's uneven terrain, is it? Okay. Okay. Let's do, say, right about here. Yeah. Put that there. We'll funnel them down this road. Then we'll have our weaver's workshop, our tailor's workshop, and our shoemaker's workshop right here, which is going to be convenient when we can start selling this stuff through the trading post. So that's nice to see. What are we waiting on in the tavern? They're just being slow? All right, that's fine. We'll let them get to it. Now, it is March, so let's take a look and see. Growing hemp, growing barley, and growing wheat, growing potatoes, growing buckwheat, and flax. We actually have, is that one of everything except sunflowers? I think it might be, and of course that's fallow. That's fine. Seems like that is going to work out very nicely. These trees are actually almost ready for... Oh, they are ready for cut. Okay, so that's good. I was thinking about moving the forestry down there anyway, now that this is kind of far away. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, we got open jobs. You love to see that. Love to see that. We're going to fill them. We just have to, actually get there first. And of course, the family that lives in the tavern operates the tavern, so we don't really have to worry about anything. We just tax them, which we'll do in a second. These guys, yeah, see, these guys will buy clothes. They'll buy, well, they don't buy shoes. A couple of the other ones do. I want to get sheep and pigs at some point, but I don't think right now we have the resources to take care of that. Are we still exporting potatoes? I'm not going to export potatoes. Should probably take those out, actually. Oh, wow, we could export honey if we wanted to, but I think we're going to want to sell it because it does not expire. As I had already known and somehow completely ignored that fact when I talked about it in a previous video. But you guys set me straight on that. So we'll just hoard it forever, just sell it. Use it to, I don't know, whatever people use honey for that isn't cooking. Now, I could have sworn it was used in the production of mead, and I was actually kind of looking forward to that with this brewing thing, but I guess we're just not doing that. I don't know. Okay, now there's two guys working. I thought it was just going to be this one guy forever. Like, well, it's not very nice. Make one guy do all the work the whole time. At any rate, this should be done pretty soon, and then we will start selling the alcohol and then taxing the alcohol sales so we can make a little bit more money. Figure out exactly what else we're going to accomplish in today's video, because we've already gotten a pretty good amount done. See, this game really, really picks up once you have a couple of basic things out of the way taken care of. Then you can really start diversifying and growing and getting all the fun stuff done, not just waiting all the time. And now they've all gone home. Except that guy. There you go. Finish the job. Put all those spars up. There you go. And here comes the thatch, and that's gonna do it. And should have just a moment. All set, ready to go. Hitching posts in the front. Cool. Tavern's ready to go, and they're building the warehouse in the back now. We need at least 200 population. Okay, well, that being said, I guess we have to build some more of these guys. Oh, I love those so much. Warehouse is just about done, yeah. Alright, so that actually doesn't look too bad. I probably could have merged it a little bit more. Let's see, what can I put in there? I can put beer, I can put... Let's uncheck that. Oh, meat is still a thing. Okay, so we can store that in there. I guess we just can't make it for some reason. Or maybe it's because we didn't have honey available for sale. I don't know, we'll go back and check the brewery in a little bit here. Put that guy there, and then he can't sell drinking water for good reason. I just thought that was funny that that was in there. What else we want to store in the warehouse? Probably, I guess, barley. We'll go ahead and just set these all to 2,500 apiece. All right, and then we'll copy our settings here. We actually don't need someone to work in the warehouse to stock them. You can use laborers if you want. You don't have to really have somebody full-time. But you might want one if you have enough to spare, so we might go into that later. Now the iron mine is complete. We'll click on this. Simple interface, just like what you would normally expect. This is an infinite deposit, so we're literally never going to run out. Check all these. I guess we use wood for this. Maybe, I guess that makes sense. If you're going to construct tunnels, you need the beams to support your ceilings and stuff. But I didn't think this building used wood. That's a revelation, I guess. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and I guess we just have one guy. Is it not going to complain about just having one guy? Alright, cool. We're going to have one guy in there, I guess, because that's easier and faster. Okay, trading dock. They're going to take their sweet time to do this, I'm sure. But we will build this here. This really hideous landform scab that the bridge put in. I'm going to see if I can, you know, make this a little less terrible. Or maybe move it maybe somewhere else. But for right now, it's what we got. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little funky looking. So once we have that taken care of, we'll find out where these boats come from. I hope it is not over here, because that would be a huge problem for me. Trying to do something else on the river, I guess we'd have to have our stuff on this side. I imagine they probably come in the map from over here. Hopefully. We will see. Well, actually, if they come in from over here, I'll just move this over there. It's not that big of a deal. I don't need to be dramatic about it. Alright, Derkachi's here again. Let's hit pause real quick. See, these guys buy shoes. We obviously don't have any because we haven't started doing anything. They'll also buy apples, so we'll sell them apples. They'll buy Harilka. We have actually no need to store it currently because, well, I guess our citizens could buy it. Let's just hold on to it, I guess. Raspberries is another one they always buy. We don't have any in storage currently, so we obviously can't. But these guys, I think they're my favorite trade partner in the game because they buy so much useful stuff. And a lot of it's, I guess I can get away with using the terminology compound production goods or whatever. You have different steps that are required to produce something, so it's actually a product and not just growing something, and can be sold for a higher value. Like sunflower oil, 18 cents per unit, or whatever the equivalent of a cent is in this currency. You can make some pretty good money if you actually have enough to sell. We're going to be getting into that. Charcoal, 5,000, why not? Just good and easy, 250 coins. Shoes are another 32 cents. That's pretty good money. The clothing, 25. And then I think if we can sell warm clothing, I think that's worth a little more, but obviously we don't have sheep yet. So that's not really a thing. Salt. We need to be producing salt, which we can do with a saltworks. Let's go ahead and unpause that again. We'll be fine just selling them those apples and all that stuff. People are still moving into our row houses. We have one vacant there. Yeah, I don't think the rest of those were going to stay vacant very long anyway, so that's fine. Right, we were going to check the brewery to see if we're making any mead. I just see drinking water. They're not gathering any honey, so maybe they're not. But another commenter did mention, and I think I might have actually fixed this before the end of last episode and just didn't remember, the hiring off-season at the brewery and the distillery possibly ruining batches. Well, we fixed that problem because now on-season is 3, off-season is 2, just so nothing gets completely spoiled. I know the Tannery is really bad about that, if that's something you end up doing. All right, so we have cowhides, we have beef. We need to build a tannery to take care of that. We have, oh, we actually have a decent bit of men looking for a job. Waiting on nails. Okay, hold on. We don't have nails? I thought we... Oh, wow, okay. I miscounted. So, do these guys have iron? They have nails. How much are nails? 5 cents? How much is iron? 12 cents, but you can make a bunch of nails from iron. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just straight up buy 1,000 nails, because we're going to be making sooner rather than later. That should be fine. I didn't even think what else we could sell. Honey, again, we aren't selling currently. We need to get on fish drying, because I know we're not going to be able to build a saltworks without nails. I don't think. I always try to click in the wrong spot. You know what? Let's just go ahead and buy some more iron. I know it's not the most exciting thing to keep buying stuff you should be producing, but we still don't know We still don't know where the trading boats come from, so we need to figure that out first before we block anything off. Right, so let's go ahead and move our Weaver's Workshop forward, except I don't think they're going to be able to build this one either, because they're waiting on nails, but they can at least get some sort of progress done on it, so we're not wasting our laborers' time. And then we're going to go ahead and find a spot for our salt works. Now, a lot of the area that it actually will work on has already been built on, so we have some space up here. Over here wouldn't be terrible. This whole area right here, except for, well, right here is not the greatest. Where do I want to put? So I have to think with regard to storage and where it's going to be used. It would be used at the tannery, definitely. Used here for the cow hides. It's going to be used for these things for salting fish. So I would imagine a place maybe around here would be good, but it's also far away from houses. If I put it here, let's see, I shouldn't be like stacking these so much next to each other, but oh, it's actually going to let me put it here. Wow. If I like stagger it a little bit, because this does have like the hexagonal area up here. If I offset this just a tiny bit so there's some space behind, and then rotate a little bit, it could actually be a good excuse. Oh, that'll actually go there without having to cut trees down. Alright, well that's even better. Yeah, let's do that. Put that guy right there. It's right next to a cart shed as well. And we can actually go ahead and... did they already get the nails? Looks like they did. Alright, so we'll go ahead and let them finish that. Saltworks here will be very useful. We also need to make sure we have enough going on with oxen here to actually move the machinery around. And I think we should be okay. Turn in our youngest two into oxen because they need to stay in there long enough for me to forget about them, and every little bit counts in that regard. But we'll stick that there. That should be okay. See what is going on over here. Alright, so they just have to build now, so we can watch them build the rest of this, and then we will call a trading partner via the river and find out where the boats come from. This is such a cool building, too, with the little crane on the dock. Everything. Really, really good details. So they will finish that in just a second here. And then, see, we can just really start flying through stuff now, which is a really fun part about, I guess, and now we're not really in the early game anymore. This is more the early mid-game. We still haven't fleshed out all of our production trees, but the town is pretty stable. It's got a growing population. We're sustaining the food supply, and the labor market's not completely bonkers. We're still not up to 200 yet, which is where we have to be to have that tavern actually do anything. Let's see, there we go. Alright, trading dock is complete. Let's go ahead and send... I have to have a manager. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Panatine? Paniotine? I don't know. I'm not an expert on Eastern European language, and I will not pretend to be. We'll wait for someone to enlighten us in the comments about the pronunciation of that one, but we'll see. We got a manager. Let's go ahead and send a messenger for 20 coins. We, of course, don't get to see our ship leave, but we will get to see once we buy or sell something, we'll see the ship come in, and we'll go from there. And he is just about there, so we'll keep this open. And then, oh, and of course the other guy's already here. Okay, so they're selling salt, iron ore, honey, mead. I'm going to buy some mead. I can't buy 4,000 of it, but I can buy 500. That's easy. And then, let's see, as far as selling, apples, yes. I don't have any to export. Beer, I don't have enough to export, but we will, now that we know they can do that, we will definitely be taking advantage of that. So let's check and see, where is the boat? I really hope it comes from over here. If it comes from over here, that's going to be a little annoying. There's probably at least one or two of you in the comments who actually already know and are waiting. Oh, you know, actually, no, it's, I guess it's fine. We'll just move it to the other side. But they boomed me. All right, we're waiting on, why are we out of water? Are all the wells dry? Is that what it is? Ooh. All right, so that one's on me. I definitely should have done something about this sooner. But I'm going to go ahead and see right here in front of this guy. Go ahead and put 2 of these back to back. And by 2, I mean 4. We'll just go crosswise like this. And then we can actually... We have so much stone. How do I do the stone? We're learning in real time, folks. Is it under trade? Yeah, trade and transport. Pavement. So I think this is actually... Click a corner. Click another corner. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so it can't be an occupied place. All right. Well, then what about? Huh. All right. Well, can I start here and go here? I am wasting so much time doing this. Let's just try and do. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to go. Gonna have to do better here. What about just this little... Oh, cool. You can actually see it. All right. That is cool. We'll leave that patch to do its thing. And then we'll figure out where to go from there. Because I do want to create kind of like a little plaza here in the middle. And have the road in front of these row houses actually paved to a certain extent. So we'll see what happens there. Don't know exactly... how all that's going to work. Did we get our stuff yet? No? Or did they turn around and leave because they didn't have... Oh, okay, they haven't even gotten here yet, but I do have to have a worker here to unload this stuff. And there he is. Alright, this other guy's Barvin Cove. Oh, just left. Alright, never mind. I guess we won't find out what you are buying or selling for quite some time. So, let's move one of these wells up to the front because these people are not going to stick around too long without access to water. So let's definitely get this done sooner rather than later. Go ahead and expedite this, please, if you would. All resources collected, so now someone just comes and builds it up. And there we go. And that's done. All right, so now it's a little bit less of a panic here. Saltworks is in the process of being built. Now, how are we... there we go. It is funny how the ships are going to have to go underneath this 4-foot-high bridge and squeeze through all this. But that's the way it is. We'll move the trading dock to the other side of this, and that'll be fine. Might actually end up putting it maybe right around here, actually, on this this side. So let's go ahead and... How far over can I do that? Let's actually just put that right there. That'll be fine there. We'll just demolish the old one when we're done. All right, so we have our 500 mead. These guys should stop complaining about water at some point when these are all actually filled. Man, I thought they would do this a whole lot faster than they currently are. Well, that's fine. Now that we know that, and we know we're not going to have to worry about anything, we can actually put in our smeltery right around here somewhere if we have room for it. Who are these from? Ah! Our river friends. What else should I be buying? I'm not gonna buy salt because we're about to make some of that. Honey, we still have plenty of. Mead, we haven't started selling. Dried fish, we should be making ourselves. As far as selling goes, I don't have any apples to sell you. I don't really have anything to sell you. Yeah, so thanks, but no thanks. We'll be fine without. Now, Smeltery. Uneven terrain, not enough space on water. Uneven terrain, uneven terrain. Uneven terrain. Where am I supposed to build this thing? Oh, okay, we could do here. I think, yeah, this is probably going to be about as good as we can get unless we can... No, uneven terrain. Okay, so again, this will block the flow of water, which means we can't do fulling mills on this side of it either. So we might actually want to... oh, this is a tough one because there's so much land for actually building those here. Did we decide last time around that the fulling mills would actually work on these steep things? Yes, okay. They don't really work over here, but they do work here, and we have all this space up here, so we should be okay. All right, let's go ahead and put in our smeltery. We'll say where, as soon as I can click, there we go. We'll put that guy right there. Yes, no longer accessible, I know. We'll demolish you. You'll be okay. Everything will be fine. No, I can't click. There we go. So smeltery there. It's, yeah, you know, it's just a casual go up a sheer incline and come back down, or go all the way around the bottom. And we probably could and should just honestly relocate this guy to literally anywhere else. Okay, somebody dying of illness. Is that going to fill up our... does it tell us? No, it doesn't tell us why they died. Wow, okay. So it actually says personal preference. Oh, so this was the mayor? Working at the town hall, or is that the councilor? Let's check his personal log. Okay, so no, this is the original mayor that moved in, so that must have been the councilor. Yep, just started working at the town hall. All right, well, that's actually cool. It's nice to track that. All right, the salt works is done. Let's make sure. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to supply. Wow, look at all these laborers come in. Let's supply 500 hay. Get all that. Okay, so it lets me supply charcoal and firewood, but it doesn't... oh, I guess that's just a rudimentary way of picking which one you're going to burn. I'm going to supply charcoal and not firewood, because I want our firewood to be available for the citizens to buy and burn, and not just taken up by all of the industry. I think this is bin only. Yes, it is. All right, draft animals. Let's make sure that this is actually supplied. Firewood, come on. Okay, firewood needs to go to literally anywhere else. I'm going to put it in that warehouse. It's going to overfill it, but it doesn't matter because we'll just stick it somewhere else. But we have water for the animals. We have hay. I'm going to click the wrong thing. How much, what's the maximum water I could put in this? 500? Maybe more. It used to let you do a ton, but then I think that was patched out. I digress. Let's take our oxen and put them in here that we prepared for just such an occasion, and they should get to work hauling up some brine and then making salt. All right, the pavement's done. Okay, that looks pretty cool. It's all kind of snowed on. But now, okay, Derkachi is back. I'm going to sell you some charcoal because I think we're going to need the money. Apples, I have 1,000 to sell to you, so let's do that. Oh, this probably means it's going to sell all the rest of the ones too. Oh, well. We'll be making more apples hopefully soon. Never have to buy salt again. Hopefully don't have to buy lime again. iron we have, iron ore we have. We just have to actually smelt. Let's demolish the trading dock and then build the smeltery. Anyway, I digress. We were going to finish building our pavements here. Which I think... Okay, it's occupied. Do I move it over? Yes. Okay, so this is actually a really good way of doing this. Let's get this to go out to here. Occupied, occupied. Alright, so we'll come back out. There we go, 21 stone to do that, and then we can come back over here. Okay, so that is too close. That's occupied. Nope, 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 get out of here. I'm going to demolish that, because that is too close. Let's instead come down all the way this way. And then just connect that way, so that way they shouldn't be able to complain. So we can just adjust on this end. Okay. That's going to look good there. That can go there and there. Occupied, so we'll just come back and lower this a little bit. Okay, a tiny bit more. Oh, now it's too short, huh? Alright, so I was wrong again. Trial and error, let me tell you. I know this is riveting, absolutely enthralling content here. Trial and error, the size of a stone plot in front of a drinking water well. All right, we'll get it done though. All right, 18 stone for that. Do the same thing on the other side. Come all the way down to this. All right, and then we'll just connect the dots here. And there we go. That should be... It's not a perfect square, but it's good enough. Now they're going to disassemble our trading dock and push it somewhere else. This guy is collecting more and more limestone. That's good to see. And then, let's see, we haven't even started this, but they have been gathering, which is nice to see. Are we going to have enough nails? I think so. We should be good. These guys are superhumanly pulling piles driven into the riverbed out with their bare hands. Do not get in a fight with these guys. You will lose. Gather all this stuff up, and then they'll go ahead and build the smelter, which means we can make iron, which means we'll be self-sufficient in that regard. And I don't think we need to watch them pull any more of these out. I think we get the picture with that. Okay, Saltworks has already made some salt. That is good to see. So let's go ahead and enable dried fish production. Still have we're actually kind of evenly balanced on our jobs versus available labor. Okay. Demolition completed for the trading dock. They're going to come down here and build the smeltery. It's actually kind of cool to watch this one get built because they have to build that wall. I can't remember if the wall is built brick by brick or if it just kind of appears, but it is a nice looking building. So we'll give them the chance to do all of that. So let's come back up here. I'm going to put in another, yeah, you guessed it, another row house. Do I want to do another 3 or should I do another 2? 2 floors. I think that might be in order, kind of randomize it a little bit. Yeah, we'll just stick that guy right there. That's fine. All right, now come down here and let's build this guy. I say as I park the camera on this and then nothing happens. But I thought they had already supplied this or else I would have done something else. All right, well, we're going to leave that alone for a little bit. What is full here is bricks. Oh, and this is overfull of firewood, which is fine because, you know, it's going to be used. That's the way it works. How's our store here? Okay, good. We can sell the mead now. And this still isn't occupied because we don't have 100 or 200 population. This next row house will not get us there, but it will get us closer, and that's what matters. Now, our Weaver's Workshop we've been completely ignoring this whole time, which is unfortunate. But I will go ahead and hire at least one to work there. I guess we could hire two, so they can start making clothes, because we do have hemp, we do have flax to be spun or woven, depending on your preference. And I think, let's see, do we want to start doing more fields? Trying to get these kind of grouped together so I have a better idea of what's going on. Yeah, we could have another, easily another field for this sunflower and hemp rotation, because we don't have any sunflowers left, I don't think. So they're going to take their sweet time to do, well, most of the rest of this. So let's put in another field for some sunflowers and some hemp. And this one is wheat. That one's, I guess they don't have to match. They can be kind of was it flax? I already forgot, man. No, it was hemp. Okay. And I think we'll activate that. Okay, actually, I think what I ended up doing with my other farms is I would have, well, we also didn't have all these other crops to grow, so it was either potatoes and buckwheat, wheat and hemp, or sunflowers and hemp. So I would have, I think I would end up with 8 or 9 per yarn and fields per farm, and I would just have 3 complete sets. So I would have always something going between each of those sets, but I don't know. We only have the 2 here, which I guess is fine. I don't think we really have to worry about it. And I will add these incrementally so we don't get too overwhelmed. Boy, this sure is the farm is more of a grid than the rest of the town is. Sheesh. What am I doing? All right. So we did miss a little bit of this construction, which is, I guess, to be expected, because we kind of left that alone. But it's still really cool to watch them build stuff. Man, we covered a lot of ground. We're on like our 2nd year here, 3rd year this episode. I'm going to try and keep these around an hour each, so we might just call it for today after building that last row house up there in the queue. But getting this done will allow us to have all of our iron stuff, of course, which will make things a whole lot easier. Putting the trading dock at the other side of the map is also a smart idea. But I will move that to the back of the queue. Just this one guy going by himself. Where's all your buddies, man? Come on. Get yourself some friends. There we go. More hands make light work, after all. Each individual piece never gets old. Never, ever gets old. Let's get a little bit more detail on this tower, because it is really cool how they do all this. Alright, and they're all done for a while, so I guess we can leave that be. But when that's all done, then they'll just have to schlep all their stuff around here. And we will eventually move the iron mine over here to this deposit, just to keep everything all nice and neat. What we haven't done is we haven't watched them actually build over here, so we will in a second when they're all done with this. They still got about half of it to go. They got to build this little building here. But what this does is this just blocks all the flow and forces it through this dam that I believe ends up turning some sort of like a blower to increase the heat on the furnace. I could be wrong, but I believe that's how this works. And if it doesn't, then that's still a cool idea, so don't roast me too bad if I actually don't know how that works. That's fine. How are we looking over here? They started bringing anything? Doesn't look like it. Well, that's okay. Can we decorate any of this while we're waiting? We have our... Oh, there's actually space. Okay. Very cool. Put that bush there. We're gonna kind of have a little bit of a variety here. Make this look a little nice. We have a messenger we might go say hi to in a little bit. Dog rose bush is a little smaller than I remember those being. That's fine. Let's see if I can fit one more over here. It looks like I can. Lilac bush. Can I put another... I already did a dog rose bush there. So I guess I have to put in this other one. Or is that... No, that's that bush. It's hard for me to tell these apart. I am not a horticulturist, but doesn't that look nice with some splash of color there? Alright, we doing anything over here, fellas? Sure looks like they are. Actually, let's pause. Can we see... In here, yeah, it looks like we have our water wheel is turning a set of gears, which comes over here to the bellows. Okay, so I was right. I thought that's what that did. So those will just increase the heat over here in the furnace. And I think you can actually see these going up and down when the water's moving everything, if I remember correctly, which is always fun to watch. So hurry up and finish this thing. Come on. The people want to see action. I know you're all by yourself. Be strong. Or you can leave. That's fine too. No, never mind. We're coming back. Alright, there we go. Now we're in the home stretch. Get all those other parts put on. Roof panels go up. And we're done. So we'll just have to remember to check all of these options here. And then hire on a guy. Needs to have 2, I guess. There we go. And now I want to watch them lay all this stone. We'll do that in real time. Because I know it's probably going to go fast. Well, once they actually supply the stone to it, I'll put it back down to 1 times speed. If we get any stone. Alright, come on. I came all the way over here to watch you guys do this, and you're not even here? For shame. Come on now. Where is your civic pride? Come over here and put your stone down. There we go. Okay. Oh, they're actually doing this one first? I didn't think I put a... Or are they not? Am I just out of my mind? Tell you what, we can watch both. Yeah, so he's just... Okay, you can actually see it organically go down like that. That is cool. And they actually crouch down and start banging stuff into the ground. That is... I just love the detail in this game. I know I'm a broken record. I've said it 8,000 times already, but... It truly is just magnificent to look at. And it's kind of randomized on the outside too, the edge. So it doesn't even end up looking that bad if you miss it a little bit. Anyway, that's just cool to watch. I really appreciate that kind of stuff. So we'll let them finish the last of that, and then we've got a row house that needs to be constructed. And I don't think it's going to take very long because we should pretty much have all those resources done already. So we just have to wait on our laborers to come and bring all that stuff. That'll be nice. How are we doing on our salt? Okay, that's looking good. Our guy here is hopefully making dried fish. I guess I can hire a 3rd guy. So they actually have somebody to be there doing fish drying. And they're putting the final stones in for that side. Oh, and actually this side doesn't have Oh, I set it back too far. Oh well, that still looks kind of nice. I do wish it was kind of a little bit better put in there. Okay, which one's the one with the store? This one? Okay, now we can sell... How are we not selling beef? I thought we were already selling that. Is that not a thing? Okay, well that's concerning. How much beef did we waste? Huh. Alright, well that seems to be working there. Right, I was also going to build a tannery. Man, there's so much stuff I was going to do. And here we are watching this row house get built instead. Well, we've seen enough of these. Let's give them a second to kind of catch up on what's going on. And come down here and build us a tannery that I can never seem to locate because it's weird. Anyway, I guess I'm going to put this kind of in this general area. If I can fit. Oh, maybe it's not going to go here. Maybe I was wrong. This is prime waterfront real estate for putting in other fishing docks, so I don't think we want to put that there. Do I dare put this on the other side of the river here? There's no rule that says I can't. All right, let's just do that. That's fine. They do have their platform there to get water. It's very important. The tannery needs a lot of it. The tannery also needs bark, so we're going to have to put in another... So here I go again, saying that I was going to be all finished with stuff for this episode, and then immediately turning around and adding more stuff to the queue. But we'll put these warehouses here for tannery items. That'll be, well, convenient enough, I suppose, for them. How are we doing on our row house? Oh, they haven't even started this yet. All right. See? We were fine the whole time. Now, hold on. That spins that way? I thought the water entered the map from the other side. Huh. Okay, well, I hope it doesn't mess up our fulling mills. I might have just owned myself. Okay, no, those work. Alright, so I guess it doesn't care. Plus, I mean, it is going to let water go through here anyway, so I don't know what I was worried about. That's fine. We're making iron. We're mining iron. We can make our nails. We can make our metal parts. So we're all good. Love to see that. We're growing sunflowers. Everything is looking fine. Yeah, no complaints here. Just lots of good progress. So let's come back down here and see how things are looking. Waiting on barley. I think that's, are we growing barley every year? Because we probably should be. Okay, that was one of the ones that grows barley. This is one of the ones that grows barley. So we could definitely use another, it's too late now this year. We could definitely put another field in for barley. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to see if I can make a, how far down can I go on this? Okay, that's going to be too long. So let's just do a regular old thing here. Let's see, barley, flax, and that. So I know sowing season is over. You don't have to tell me again, but we want to make sure these are aligned 3 by 3 here. So this one's fallow. This one is currently set to barley. It will advance to flax, and then this one will advance to fallow from flax. So I think that is the correct order we want there. So that's good. I probably should have been doing this the whole time, but you know how it goes. So then we can ask ourselves, do we want? Why not? Yeah, let's just do that. And give this one to be sunflowers, hemp, and that. So this one is currently on sunflowers. This one needs to advance to hemp. And this one is currently on... Oh. Did they not get to planting this? Huh. Am I just losing my mind? That one was already on that. Okay. Huh. Well, maybe my brain's just not working today. Maybe that's what it is. At any rate, we have... I'll just look at the farm screen. We should have 3 of these. Yes. Gotta get these in order for absolutely no reason other than my own sanity. Yeah, okay, that's what we wanted. Okay, that's good. These... How do these both end up on the same year? We're gonna have to skip one of these. Or is that one already harvested and that's why I did that? Okay, well maybe it didn't skip. That's fine. Okay, that's what we want with that. And I guess this is fine. Fine with that. We're not going to need that much wheat anyway. That should be fine. All right, well, crisis averted, I guess. Let's check back in over here with our row house construction. Seems to be going reasonably well. Should be done hopefully soon. I'm actually going to push the trading dock back to the back again because we already watched that get built. We don't have to watch it again. And I can go ahead and get the tannery up and running before we say goodbye for this one. Just want to make sure we get all of this all finished up. Get some more families in here. Get ourselves a little closer to 200. We'll probably hit that mark next episode. And then we'll see what ends up happening next. For now, they're just about done with this. Then we'll welcome some new people in for that, get that tannery going, and then we'll say goodbye for today. All right, that is all done. Wow, somebody already moved in. All right, now come on down. Come on down. Bring us all the wood and clay, and then I guess we got to put another bridge over here. Probably just to make sure stuff is all connected. I know here I am with all of my, oh yeah, I'm done, I promise we're actually finished. And then, nope, just kidding. Oh, no, does that look, that's like the same garbage I already did over there. Let's, hello? What? That guy took the bridge that wasn't there, and then just saw the bridge wasn't there and decided to take his wagon down there anyway. Oh no. Oh, just don't do that. Don't do that, kids. That's not intelligent. Okay, that is a little bit more realistic looking of a slope. So that should hopefully be a little bit nicer. Of course, at the very end of our queue there. All right, so we'll watch them build this tannery. We'll get this thing supplied and working. And then next episode, then I guess our shoe production can finally get going. And our people can stop complaining about not having shoes. We're already up to almost 175, so I think that means all of our spots in the new row house are being filled by immigrants and not marriages, which is what we want for the growth of our town. Alright, so they're taking care of this. We are going to want to make sure that we go to our forestry and start producing bark, because we do need the bark for our tanning process. Let's go ahead and get them started on that. And that is one of the things we're going to store in these warehouses here. All the stuff we need for the tannery, so it's right here. They don't have to run far away to get it. I like to keep things pretty organized in that regard. So just as soon as they finish raising this building, we'll make sure everything is set up. And then that'll be it. We've made a lot of really good progress in this one. Feels like tons and tons and tons of production has gotten better, started existing at all, or just kept pace at the very least. So stuff is really, really starting to look nice. Go ahead and max 3 batches. Hit all of these. And hire 2 guys. And they can start gathering all the stuff they need for tanning. So we come back over here. Oh yeah, those are all filled. Those are all filled. These should already have long since been filled. And this is waiting patiently for 200 population. They already have beer. Everything, well, kind of everything is stocked. These guys are offering what that we don't need? Warm clothes? Actually, we'll go ahead. Oh, I don't have money. Okay. What about buy 500 of that? I'm going to sell. Ooh, do I have buckwheat to sell? I do. Okay. Not 55, 500. Sell some of that. Then sunflowers we can start selling at some point. Warehouse is... I love how these look. I just think this is fantastic. I do wish I could flip which side this doorway is on. Maybe I can and I'm just not paying attention. Actually, let's check that real quick. Customize the building. Is there a... Okay, that's just the 90-degree function, but it doesn't actually move. Doesn't actually move the doorway. Okay, well that's fine. Let's come over here. They are stocking up. So yeah, they get... Of course they get lime. Lime, cowhides, salt, and bark. So we'll do bark here. And cowhides, because those are the first that showed up, we'll do 5,000 of that. Probably won't ever have 5,000 cowhides, but it does seem smart to have storage for enough of that. Alright, come on. Really? You're going to leave this 95% done and just walk away? That's not how we do things here. Thank you. Alright, salt and what was the other one? Lime. That's right. Alright, so 5,000 salt there. 5,000 lime there. And that'll be used for everything, not just the tannery, and that will also help this guy to actually be able to keep up with, well, dealing with all this because he has somewhere to put all of his lime. So, of course, we'll have to get this all set up. I'm not going to hire anyone to the warehouses just quite yet. Make sure that's all good. Yeah, sure looks good. All right, so that is a very action-packed episode here. Lots and lots of stuff got done. Let's just double check our fields here before we get too excited. Okay, these are on the same phase. They definitely should not be. Let's. Oh, I have to actually go to the field. Okay. Oh man, I thought I was doing so good too. I don't want to go to the field. I just want to change what phase it's on. Man, this needs to advance twice. I think. Let's just check. Yeah. Alright, so you can grow sunflowers next. Because I guess because they didn't actually grow anything, they didn't advance. So let's just triple check this. Yeah, okay, same exact thing here. These are all actually good, so we'll advance that to flax. Yep, that's all good. Looking nice. Not going to have any potatoes this upcoming year. How are we doing on those? We have almost 2,000. How much buckwheat do we have? Okay, so we can survive. That'll all be good. Hopefully we can get our... guys, I am going to go ahead and hire a couple more women to the farm because I do think we have the resources for it. Looks good. Yeah, we're making leather. Cool. So, there you have it, folks. A very, very productive 6th episode here. Lots and lots going on. We have iron refinement, finally. This mistake and affront to all that is holy of a bridge can be mercifully removed and rebuilt to be something not quite so heinous, hopefully. And then we'll do that next episode. Of course, I just wanted to make sure this was marked for emptying. And we are in a really good spot here. Oh, we're full of hops, are we? Okay, gathering barley they're waiting on. This is full of, oh, so it is. Well, at least we have firewood. Yeah, we're in a very good spot. I really like where the town's at. I think we are in very good shape moving forward. Of course, next episode we're going to be kind of fine-tuning a couple of things, and I think there's still a couple other things that we want to do before we get too many more people in town. Obviously, we need to build some more houses, or row houses, or whatever, to get up to 200 so we can take advantage of the tavern. But if we get a little bit further than that without having a barber surgery, that would be a mistake. So we're going to do that as well. And then take a look at, I think, maybe some animal stuff. We've really done most of everything else at this point. No, we haven't. I did say we were going to do a dairy. We didn't do the dairy. So, sorry about that. I don't think I promised it, but I did say we'd probably try it. That'll be next episode for sure with all the other animal stuff, because we could probably support pigs now with all the stuff we're growing. And we're going to want to get sheep so we can start making warm clothing. But yeah, lots of good stuff, lots of progress, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where else this goes. So yeah, as always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You have a lot of choices with how you can choose to spend your free time. And the fact that you choose to spend a little bit of it watching me play video games just means a whole lot. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, interesting, relevant historical information, or just want to say hi or post a frog emoji or whatever it is that you want to do, a comment section is always open. I read every single comment. I respond when I can. Can't always get to everybody, but I really do appreciate when you interact and just say hi, because the community is part of what is so fun about doing all of this. And it is just such a joy to get to do this every day, and I'm very, very appreciative of you guys and all the fantastic support. We've had a huge increase of viewers and subscribers to the channel. So if you're new, welcome. If you've been here this whole time, well, thanks for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, hope you have a fun and a safe time, and we will see you back tomorrow for another episode of Ostriv. Till then, stay safe. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.